Hi there, I'm SM Wilson and I'm delighted that my book, The Infinity Files, has been shortlisted for the Scottish Teenage Book Prize 2022. This is my book, The Infinity Files. It's set in space in a universe that's not our own, and the heroine is Ash Yang, and she wants to be a fighter pilot, and she's full of revenge because of what's happened in her past. She fails the test to be a starfighter pilot, and she gets offered another job which she thinks is the worst job in the world, but it turns out to be the best. The best part of this book was writing different planets. Every planet was an entirely new slate and I could do whatever I wanted. I didn't need to have human people. I could have robot people. I could have animal type people. It was just great fun, and all the rules of a universe are totally different wherever you go. So we've got a planet which is mainly underwater. We've got planets of ice. We've got planets that are deserts. We've got planets of robots. It's just so much fun. I love creating new planets and new places, and it's the best bit about writing a sci-fi book. Ash's grief and loss drives and motivates her character all throughout the story, and Ash's story and character arc is all about her learning how to deal with that. She goes from a very angry girl at the beginning of the story to someone who sees a bigger universe, and her not just being the centre of the universe, and other people being affected by grief and loss as well. And she also moves into a position where she has found family around her, and she's never had that before, so she realises she can get the support that she had before from her mum and dad from other people, and they become the most important people in the universe to her. The Infinity Files is a fast-paced book with quite an intricate plot, and that's the way I like to write. I like things constantly happening in the page. It does mean that sometimes I feel as if a reader can't stop to catch their breath, but that's the kind of story I want to write. I want things happening constantly. I don't want to give you time to catch your breath. I want us just to be hurtling into the next situation, one thing after another, and it's the type of books I like reading, so it's the type of books I like to write. Okay, so top tips for world building. This is your story and you can do what you like with your story. So you have to start somewhere. And what you need to understand is your world will likely change, but that doesn't mean it can't start where you want it to. So start your story and your world exactly where you want to, and let your imagination run wild. There's plenty of time at a later date for somebody to say that bit doesn't make sense or this bit doesn't work because of that bit. But at the beginning, let all your ideas flow, get them all out there, put down everything that's in there, how you want that world to be, and then you can work out if it makes sense later. That's the way to do it. The sensible stuff comes at the very, very end. The imagination part is the good part. Go for it. So I have a villain in this story, and what you probably won't expect is the villain is the best character to write in a story, because honestly, you want people to hate them. You want people to dislike them. You want them to be like a caricature in one of these cartoon films you've seen as a kid. And I love that. So you make him the worst villain ever in the entire universe. You make him completely hated. You make him completely, nobody could understand why he behaves this way. He's just a bad person. And it is so much fun to write an incredibly bad villain in your story. And honestly, it's the best thing in the world. You should try writing a villain. It's fun. So Ash Yang's favourite book would be by Becky Chambers, and it would be To Be Taught If Fortunate, which is a book set on 4 separate planets, 4 entirely different worlds, and it's a bit like the story and journey that Ash goes on. It's not even a long book. I would consider it a novella. It's really short, so give it a try. I think you'll love it.